I have been working in the shadows, but now I have returned. I've not made a video because this is how it looked before. But now it's time to catch up by quite a lot. First of all, I needed a lot more tiles than anticipated. I've been making a lot of those orders recently, and it has not been cheap. Now let me show you all the areas that I've tiled. We have this very sleek floor design at the main gate and the security tower. Now that red design is present in multiple areas, including this secondary gate and in this house next to it. It's fairly dark in here right now, but I might be buying some more lights. Now the big apartment building is similar. The first floor also has a bunch of red. In the Senate building, of course, there's going to be a lot of red. And here is the second floor and the third floor. I've also added a lot of street lights which are not properly aligned yet. The work I've done has taken a really long time, and the difference is pretty small, but it does serve its purpose. The tiles makes everything look so much better, but it does clearly have its issues. Aligning your armies are not going to be very practical, because putting your clone troopers on just tiles makes them pretty vulnerable. And making stop motions here would most definitely be a headache. I really want to make stop motions, but I'm not sure it's going to be possible to do in this MOC. But I can always make some more of those weird brick films if you want more of that. Now I have started working on some of the interior in this building. My parts ran out, so we'll get back to that later. What we're going to do is finish the terrain once and for all. So one very important question: should I make a hill or a base over here? Finishing the terrain will take a pretty long time, so you will have time to comment on what you want. Base or hill? The groundwork for the terrain has now been applied. Most of it anyways. Now I kinda have to decide what we're going to do here. Don't worry, I'm going to make the best decision. Do we want a small base or a terrain over here? And I think a small base might be the way to go. Backstory: the base that I'm going to build here, or the outpost, used to belong to the clones, but then the separatists wiped them out and took it over for themselves. Now the question is, how far do we want the terrain to go? Where should the base start? That here is pretty good. And then we're going to build the base here. Maybe it goes a little bit further out, but I think this is probably perfect. But I will see you guys when I've done some more. Bye bye. So the first building is now almost complete. Some interior, a support pillar over here, a more detailed roof, and filling in these holes. But here's the design so far. So I added this railing for protection, and in here there is a sliding door, and here is an emblem. And it kinda looks like Darth Vader. However, I might have made a mistake and it might be too tall, but you guys let me know in the comments if you think that this is too tall, because it looks a little bit weird here, like the gap is almost too big. The pillar will fill out some of it, maybe like it will go something like that, but still, it might be a little bit too tall, but it might be fine. But now it is time to build the next one. We are back. Made two similar but different buildings, and I think we have a winner. I'd say that this time size matters not, because clearly the left one is a lot better. It looks a lot smoother and it connects very well. And this one just has too much happening. And one thing that looks weird with this building is all the void that it leaves behind. And now on this side, it's just much better. Also, something that I've been working on is the terrain. Not much to look at yet because it is in its early stages, but it won't be too long until it's all done. The next step is now fixing this building and completing the roofs. I will see you then. Hello there and welcome back. We're almost done with the entirety of the MOC. Only a few more figures left to place. And I'm going to install some lights into the buildings. As soon as that is done, the MOC part series will begin. And with that, a big bloody battle.